This is a political ad on the Instagram page of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the party of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The ad was taken down after it caused a huge uproar on social media for how blatant it was in targeting India's Muslims. The ad was posted in the middle of India's general elections, and it's just one example of how Mr. Modi and the BJP's rhetoric has changed from a subtle targeting of India's minority Muslims to a very direct and very brazen targeting. India was founded as a secular republic after British imperial rule ended. In India's constitution, secularism is defined as treating all religions equally. But in recent years, as Prime Minister Modi has firmed up his Hindu-first vision, Muslims have increasingly been marginalized, and his support base would get the kind of reference without Mr. Modi having to directly refer to Muslims.
ये आग लगाने वाले कौन हैं वो उनके कपड़ों से ही पता चल जाता है.
But very early into this long election, Modi's rhetoric became more extreme and much more pointed towards Muslims.
और पहले जब उनकी सरकार थी उन्होंने कहा था कि देश की संपत्ति पर पहला अधिकार मुसलमानों का है. क्या आपकी मेहनत की कमाई का पैसा घुसपैठियों को दिया जाएगा?
Later, the BJP followed up with this animation ad.
If you are a non-Muslim, Congress will snatch your wealth and distribute it to Muslims.
The graphics, the emotions in it, the intention was clear. It was to provoke fear and consolidate his Hindu support base into solid votes. In a more recent video, you see 4 eggs. One represents the Muslims, the other 3 underprivileged castes, and it shows a caricature of the opposition leader Rahul Gandhi giving preferential treatment to the Muslims.
Constitution.
The opposition has latched on to Mr. Modi's comments, pointing out that when the Prime Minister is challenged on policy, he turns to divisive politics. What we are seeing is in stark contrast to the statesman that Modi pitches himself on the global stage. He announces himself as the representative of the world's largest democracy. He speaks of India's tradition of equality and fairness.
Democracy is the spirit that supports equality and dignity.
At home, his silence in the past as vigilante groups targeted minorities created an environment of impunity. The fear now is that extreme rhetoric will only further that environment of vulnerability for the minorities, particularly the Muslims.